I'm Henry Onyebuchi, and this is my demo for the Mantle Network hackathon hosted on Gitcoin. The name of my project is Predify. So Predify, I got it from Prediction DeFi. So it's basically a prediction market where players come or uh, users come to predict at the price of assets at what the prices would be at a given time. So when it gets to that time, the admin of the smart contract is supposed to close the round, and then all the winners who actually predicts the right price of the assets at when the round is closed. So they would share from the pool of all the predictions. So the tickets cost in bits. So for as much ticket as a player might want to predict, they would need to pay for all of them, and all the funds accumulate, and those who win get to share the fund. The platform also collects a fee. Currently, it's integrated to collect 2% of the fee of the total contribution in the pool before the prizes are shared to the winners. So that's how it is. I'll just quickly walk you through some public methods that are available. We have fee. The fee is a read method to see what the fee is. Available shows how much bits is available in the smart contract for the admin to collect that has been incurred from different rounds. So router address. So this is actually the address of Supra Network. In this project, I used Supra Network. Supra router. So Supra router is a price oracle. They provide they actually provide oracles, Supra Oracles. They actually provide oracles in Mantle Network as well, in Mantle Testnet, for Mantle Testnet. So which is why we've used Supra, and we're using their price oracle. And then the next method we have is valid pair. So this is a helper function. So basically, the smart contracts, we have integrated Supra Oracles, and then we also whitelist which pairs we can actually use with Supra Oracles and the smart contract. So its valid pair is going to let you know if a particular pair has been whitelisted in the smart contract, which means you will be able to get its price from the Supra or Network Oracle. So batches takes in an ID, so they are individual rounds. Consider batches as rounds of predictions. So just takes in the ID and it returns this information about the particular round. We'll get back to it in a short while. Results takes in the address of an of a player and the ID of a past ID, and it shows if the player is a winner, and then tells you how many tickets they may have won in that particular ID. And then you can get the price, of course, by inserting the correct pair. So you can use the isValidPair helper function to know if you're putting the right pair, and then you can get the price directly from Supra Network from a smart contract. And then this method is whitelist for admin to whitelist new pairs should they want to include new pairs. So the thing is, when I was deploying the contract, I integrated ETH USDT, BTC USDT, and BAT USDT according to what is available on Supra Network. And then new prediction. So basically, admin needs to create a new prediction. They determine what the cost is for a ticket. They determine when its predictions can start, how long the predictions can last, and of course, they determine which pair the prediction is going to be taken on. So, and then predict, this is for the players to predict. They need to impute the ID of the round they are trying to predict on, and then there's an array of predictions. So the length of the array determines how much they pay. So it's basically length of array times the ticket cost of this ID of this round. So, and then resolve is for the admin to call this on the closing time. So ideally, when moving forward after this hackathon, I intend to create to use the likes of Open Zeppelin Defender or Chainlink Keepers or Gelato to kind of like ensure that this particular method is called on a particular timestamp, because so that matches the timestamp or the closing time. So withdraw win, whoever wins a round can withdraw the win, and then collect fee. This would be for the the protocol admin to collect fees that have been incurred from different rounds. So for this demo, I'm going to run the demo using Remix IDE. So let's go to Remix. So this is Remix. As you can see, I copied the contract, and then the only thing I changed were the imports. Had to use the direct links so that Remix can identify them. So it's the same contract that was deployed. So right now I'm just going to go to my hat, copy the address, and then paste it here so that I can get the instance of the address. But before that, just a second, check. I'm on Mantle testnet. So yeah, I wanted to get. Okay, so as you can see, these are the methods just to confirm that I did the right thing. Good. So as you can see, this is the Supra Oracles address for pooling prices on Mantle testnet. So I'm using that router. And then also fact check. Before now, I already created 4 prediction rounds during the period of testing the contract. So the next round that we're going to be creating is going to have round 5. But just to confirm that this good. So this we already created round 4, but there's no round 5. So basically, upon the creation of a new round, there's this the ID value gets incremented. So we have currently created 4. So I'm going to be creating a new prediction using the wallet of the admin of the contract. So currently this is the contract admin, and here's the one who's going to be making the call. So for this ticket cost, I don't want to go so far. I'm just going to put this value starting. I want it to start immediately. So I'll go 0. And let me just say, let it last for 300 seconds. The pair is, first of all, before I put the pair, it's advised to use the helper function here to see if it's the correct pair you're putting. So upon deployment, I whitelisted 3 pairs, which are BTC, USDT, BAT USDT, and ETH USDT. So as you can see, this one is true. So it means that this is a valid pair. So I'm just going to copy it down. And then I'm going to put that as the pair that the users are going to be predicting on. And then I'm going to make the transaction with the admin. And then I'm going to wait for it for a little bit to confirm. But just before it confirms, I'm going to try to arrange the transaction parameters for the next call, which will be done by a player who wants to predict. And so they are going to have to make use of the predict method for that. I've switched already to the next user, just to confirm that's the next user, this one. Okay, so I'm going to set up the params. So I expect this new round to have 5 as the ID. And then for the predictions, so first of all, this is what I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get the current price because I have a public method that can do that. So this is the current price that I'm getting from the Oracle on Supra Network. So as you can see here, let me just go to unit timestamp. This is ahead of what they have. It's because the Oracle that they have on Mantle testnet is not synced. However, it works as we hope for it to do. And then just to show you what I mean. Okay. Yeah, so it's just basically to show we have 1676. So right now it's 1677. So this is kind of behind, but we're still going to make do with it just for the purpose of this test, of course. So still on the user who's trying to predict. So let's take 5 tickets for this particular user. So let's assume this particular user wants to predict 5 times. Let's say he gets 3 right. And let's say for this one, he uses a different price. And then also uses a different price for the last prediction that he makes. Let's say maybe 8 here. So just before I send, let me confirm that our transaction has actually gone. So Colin, okay, so this has gone. So as you can see, we still have some time to make the transaction. We know that the cost for one ticket is this, and we're getting 5 tickets from here. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it means that it's supposed to be 5 times that. So I'm just going to put it this way and change 1 to 5 like this. Oops, like this. Okay, so I'll make the call. Should work. Good. It works. It allows this user make the transaction. So I'm also going to try to use the second user. So while that transaction is going, let me switch over to player 2. So player 2 should be my hackathon wallet 3. And then when I go, I see that it does switch 0.x64, correct. And so for this same prediction, let me assume that this particular user gets only one prediction right. So I'll just say this, leave this one. Okay. Okay, so this user makes this set of prediction. Let's just make it a little different from the other. So let's this user take 4 tickets instead. So the other transaction has gone, as you can see here. But for the second user who's going to be trying his luck, yeah, wrong payment value. I need to impute the correct payment value. So the payment value that I'm supposed to impute. So for this one who has 4 tickets, it has to be 4. Okay, so make the call. Good enough. We still have time. Okay, so make the call, and then we wait for the call to conclude to confirm, and then over here we can see some information here. Total tickets we have currently 9. So 9 coming from the 5 from the first user and the 4 from this second player who has just tried to play. Of course, these are the timestamps of when we started and how long it's supposed to last. So we're trying to close the round for 5. I expect it to, okay, it's going to work. So okay, I will waiting for that. As you can see, the total amount that was raised in this particular round is, so we have 9 tickets and the ticket cost is 9, so it's going to be 90000. So the platform collects 2% fee. So if you subtract 2% fee from 9 and all these zeros, it's going to fall down to this, which is after fee value, which would be where every user that won would share revenue fees from. And then the win price was this, like we saw before, because it takes time for this Oracle to sync on Supra Network and Mantle Testnet. And then it means everyone who selected this particular prize was the winner. So let's just see for the individual users. So we have this method to check results. So for results, it takes in the ID 5, and then the address of the user you want to check for. So I'm just going to check, assuming I was this user who, of course, had 3 wins, had 3 correct guesses. So I'm just going to check for him. Yes, you can see he's a winner and he has 3 wins. And then if I also check for the second guy, of course, I'm going to do that. But before I do that, let me also claim the win. Because when I claim the win for this user, so there's a method called withdraw win. So withdraw win. So I'm going to try to withdraw the win from round 5 for this user who's a winner. And as you can see, I'm able to withdraw my win. Just waiting to see the notes. Okay, so withdraw win. The win is being withdrawn. And then okay, so I won't be able to double spend. to double withdraw because I've already withdrawn. Now there's this method claimed. It will tell you if a particular address has withdrawn from a particular round or not. So it tells me true. So because of this is saying true, should I try to withdraw win again with this particular user, it's going to fail because we can't double withdraw. But just to check it out and be sure, if we try to do it again, it's going to show the error already claimed. So I'm going to also do the same thing with the second winner or the second predictor. And then that's the predictor. That's my wallet 3, which is the second user. Just before I withdraw, I'm going to check to see if he's also a winner. So I think he won once, yes. And then he's a winner, so it means he can withdraw. Something I missed, I left out the previous transaction that just occurred. As you can see, this was the amount that sent to this particular user. So out of what was available, he had 3 wins and the other person had 1. So the contract, did the calculations and sent this value to him as a winner. And then for the second winner, whom we are trying to withdraw for now, I've already connected the wallet of that user. And even if I check claimed of that user, what I'm trying to do is saying false now, but I'm going to claim now with the user. Of course, that's the second player has 1 win. So when I do that, I make the call, waiting for the transaction. Okay, it has gone, so I can already see this is true. So you see, that makes the prediction markets for pre-DeFi team, Gitcoin hackathon by Mantle Network. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for the hackathon. It was a good experience. Bye-bye.